On today's Friday episode of Nothing Major, we are going to set the scene for the Madrid tournament. We're going to talk about our experiences there, what we liked, what we disliked about it. We're going to have a special guest as well join us that we do not know who it is right now. We have no clue. So that should be interesting and fun. And then we are going to give our own opinions on what is overrated, what is underrated, and what is properly rated as far as European tourist attractions go in places that have a clay court tournament. So that's all ahead on Friday. Let's get it going. Welcome back, everyone. I'm John Isner, joined with Stevie Johnson, Jack Sock, and Sam Query, and Charlie Fox and his team at Sift Creative. We are going to open up this pod with Sam Query's ideas on some segments for the pod going on in the future.
Can we all just say happy birthday to John? He turns 42 on Saturday. So, right?
Yeah,
you know?
Good point.
So I just want to say happy birthday to John, you know?
Okay.
Wow.
All right, I appreciate that.
Happy birthday.
42, 43.
Happy birthday, big fella.
I know.
Thank
Too bad we're not recording on your birthday.
I know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we aren't.
Why not?
I appreciate that. I'm not 42, you a-hole.
It's 40. I know.
It's a big one, though. It's a big
40.
one. Yeah.
Congrats.
40. Yeah, 40. Thank you. Yeah, I've almost made it to 40, so I think I'm doing all right. Doing all right for myself. Sam, the floor is yours.
Yeah, there's been some hit and misses. My first one is just our tennis pet peeves. We should do a segment on like what's annoying, what annoys us.
It's a good one. I like
in
that.
tennis.
I like
Tennis
that
pet peeves. I think that's a good one. My next one is I've been putting this in the group chat for like months. I have the hot guy coaches draw like ready. But you guys don't want to post it. You guys think it's too soon, and I don't get it.
You're too thirsty right now.
I think we just think it's like releasing a really bad sequel to a great movie.
Correct.
It's like Dumb and Dumber 2, or like...
I think our listeners will know most of the coaches that I put in the draw, and I think they will want hot guy coaches draw. These are coaches.
I didn't know half of them, so how are they?
Yeah, I didn't know half of them either, dude.
I just think it's a huge dud after we couldn't be more successful with the hot guys bracket. So there's no, why are we going to go back to like, you know,
If it gets a fifth of the traction as hot guy players, it's a success. Obviously, it's not going to be that big, but like we're not going to hit home runs every time.
Yeah, I don't think movie directors set out to make sequels and look for 20% of the success.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, let us know. I want to know. If the fans want Hawkeye coaches draw, this is coaches of men and women, by the way.
I love how Sam is just putting this out there. He wants it bad.
Yes, so,
He wants it so bad.
Wait to clarify that, Sam. Wait, say it again for the crowd in the back. It's only men, right?
It's only men, but the men can coach WTA players or ATP players.
Oh, Blair! Let's go!
Blair Henley.
Yeah, in our script, everyone, we had it down that we were going to have a special guest. We have no idea who it was going to be, and it's our really, really good friend, Blair Henley, who sent in a video question a few weeks ago. We really enjoyed that. So, Blair, thank you for joining the Nothing Major pod. To our knowledge, you've never won a Grand Slam before, so you should be very comfortable in this
I definitely
setting.
qualify. This is very full circle, knowing that I sort of learned how to interview people on you guys. Apologies for bad questions along the way. And now here I am. You're all retired and I'm on your podcast. Wild times.
This is perfect. Blair, just join in. We're doing a segment right now. It's it's ideas that I think will be good for the show in the future.
Ooh, I love it.
I have a draw set. I have a hot guy coaches draw ready to go. They don't think it's a good idea. Do you think it's a good idea?
Hot guy coaches. I mean, listen, precedent says it could be good if we're going by the results of the hottie bracket round one.
It's going to be big.
Yeah, but everybody knows those guys.
No,
like
it's
Sam's
not.
listed. There's half the guys nobody knows. And we were just saying the sequel is...
I'm just going to release it and you guys won't even know.
But I have a question. Could that not lead to more of an objective, this person is attractive results? Not that Matteo Berrettini was not objective in that way, but if you're just basing it off of what they look like, you guys are going to have to pick better headshots.
We'll see. I'm going to my next idea. I've mentioned this one too. It's for a Friday show. We call it Nothing Major After Dark. We do the entire show shirtless and we dim the lights a little bit. Comes out late Friday.
Oh, my God.
It's such a good idea. How funny would that be? That would be one of our biggest performing episodes.
It probably would be. It's just a one-time hit or an every
A
Friday?
one-time bit.
Okay.
It's so cringy and awful, but I think it pops.
I am just going to wait and see what happens. I am not going to weigh in on that particular idea.
It comes out Friday, like 9:30 p.m.
I'm going to take a page out of Isner's book and go hit the tanning bees before that if we do that.
Yeah. Other one, I want fan complaints of the pod. Fans tell us like what is bad about the pod.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a
We
good
like
one.
constructive criticism.
Yeah, I think that's great. We need more of that in the world in general, if you ask me.
Yes. Yeah. And we'll start with you, Blair. What are some complaints that you have about the Nothing Major
About
pod?
you guys, I don't really have complaints. I have thoroughly enjoyed. Oh, wait, hang on. I do have a complaint. One complaint. If you ever need a last name pronunciation consultant, I will volunteer as tribute because some of the last name butchering on Nothing Major is pretty tragic.
Yeah. What has been your best butchering? Is it Hubert Hercox?
Yes,
Or-
well, that was the one. Julian Benetow was pretty terrible. Beneteau.
Beneteau. Okay, yeah. I could've got that
Arbias
one right.
Baena.
Yeah.
I struggle with that one.
Sam that was bad on that one.
Ugo Humbert, not Hugo Humbert. There are a few.
Yeah, it's Google.
This one was Stevie's idea. Stevie and I actually want to try to play doubles and film it. If Stevie and I play against two guys that are like 5-0s and they're up 40 love every game, who wins?
Doubles?
Doubles. Me and Stevie versus two guys that are like level. Their level's about a 5-0.
Yeah.
They're up 40 love every game, like right now. Who wins? We actually want to find like two guys in LA. If you're listening, like submit your names or whatever,
Yeah.
and we'll try to do it. We want to film it
We'll do
just
it.
like we did the match. Do you think that's about a 50-50?
I'm taking the 5-0 squad.
I'm taking the 5-0s. Yeah.
I would take the 5-0 squad.
Is it no ad or is it ad? Because that makes a difference, I feel like.
It's ad.
Ad favors y'all.
Yes.
That's fine.
Ad favors you
Yeah.
guys, yeah. I mean, 40. Are you guys ever gonna break? You think, like, if they just make a first serve to like Stevie's backhand or body you up, or like
Maybe 4-5 to 5-0. Like
No, I think 5-0.
yeah, like a
I
5-0.
don't even know what a 5-0 tennis player is like. I don't know what that level is.
Like
but
they should know. Just serve it to Stevie's backhand. He'll hang one over the middle and poach on it.
It's just not that easy. I think it's a good 50-50. Blair, who you got in that?
I probably, if we're talking 5-0, because in my mind, there's a pretty solid difference between 5-0 and 4-5. If we're talking 5-0, I take the 5-0s.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so people listening, if you live in LA and you're between like a 4-7 and a 5-0, I don't even know if that's a thing. Let us know, and then we'll line it up. Stevie and I will go play you guys, and we want to film it and see who wins.
That actually would be a great segment. I'm down for that.
Yes, we're gonna try to get that going.
Do you guys have any idea why I'm here?
No, we just like talking to you.
You guys all know that in post-match interviews, obviously I like to ask the technical questions, but I try to mix in some fun personality at the end. And I am here today to ask a fun question that has absolutely nothing to do with tennis. There is a reason why, but here's the question. Do you guys have any takeaways from your prom experiences? And this is given that we are in the month of April. For those who don't live in the US, we are in prime prom territory of the year. Ready, go.
Who wants to start here?
I can go. Yeah, no, I mean, I barely made mine. I was at Ojai. I was playing Ojai and like lost. It's like the big tournament. Sam knows it really well. Lost on like a Saturday afternoon in the men's open, I think, 17, 18 years old, and like drove home, threw on a rented tux
but who
or
was your
whatever,
date?
and just
Yeah,
I was
Like,
way
talk
late.
about your date.
Not
We
even
don't care
like-
about the tennis tournament.
No, like another girl from the high school tennis team, and that was it. That was my night. I got there way late, and I was there for like an hour. I mean, I barely made it.
That's commitment, though.
you dancing? You a dancer? Or you like awkward?
Did you have a mullet then?
No, God, no.
We want to know
No.
what you look
No
like.
longer than-
I'll go. Like I was a disaster.
I think I had a tuxedo. I mean, it was a disaster. It's like a non-fitted tuxedo, right? Like you're 17, 18. You have no idea what you're doing. Like you just go to Friar's Tuck Shop and you grab whatever's on the shelf and you return it on Sunday morning.
Oh, Arabian Nights.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, there it is.
Oh
Arabian
man!
Nights.
Yeah.
Arabian Nights.
That's right.
Stevie, look at you, dude.
How fat was I?
Yeah, let's not laugh too much. I feel like everyone else has pictures coming up.
Yeah, dude, how chubby am I? That's why I have a beard.
That's incredible. Your hair's like full on spiked. Dude, I want to stop this segment,
I
guys.
thought I had an orange tie. Now I can't remember.
It's like,
Yeah.
No, we continue on.
That's a couple inches short of like Ryan Cabrera hair, Stevie.
Yeah. You look like OC guy from like the early 90s.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
That's where I grew up. That sounds accurate.
orange tie or pink tie, like yeah.
I thought it was like bright orange. That's how much I remember.
What ring are you wearing?
Maybe my CIF ring, probably.
Oh, you're just flexing on everybody. You guys won some.
Oh, you guys have a good high school team?
You know, high school days, baby.
Your date has very pretty nails.
You know what that is? It's anti-Riz.
Stevie.
Well, I think we're all
flexing
going to
on
be anti-Riz.
Yeah,
the high
dude,
school ring.
Look at that. It's
Yeah,
completely
true.
anti. What do you mean? We all are.
Can we move on then to, I'm going to say, let's go to Jack.
Oh no!
It's not that bad. That's better than Stevie.
I feel like Jack's like, he got all sunburned there or something.
Yeah, I don't know where I was coming from. So I only made it to my it was my senior prom was the only year that I was able to make it and be in attendance. And I didn't know until last minute I was lost in a tournament somewhere as well, and I was able to get back. And this Madison Mears, she was actually very good. They're family friends. Her brother was at the tennis academy as well that I was at here growing up, and went to a different school. So then we got a home and away. So she came to mine and I went to hers the same weekend. And we were out there. We danced for a little bit. We're both
you're
very
a
outgoing.
good dancer.
Yeah, with the big personalities, we danced for a while. And then we actually went to her and I just went cosmic bowling after till like midnight and then went home.
That's a solid night.
Did they have prom back when John was in high school?
No, they've always had prom. It's just I don't know how Charlie and the team could have found a picture.
On that note, can I explain why we have potentially photos of all of you at prom?
Yeah, this is good.
So before I did anything on a microphone, I was an actual journalist. I did a lot of written stuff. And somehow I became the photo carousel girl for ESPNW. So they did like athletes on their first day of school, athletes on Halloween. They did also athletes at prom. And when I tell you, I had zero recollection that I had these pictures in my possession until recently. I was cleaning out some old folders on my computer and I hit the nothing major mother load.
Oh,
You
no.
did.
And here we are today.
You're like Nancy Drew over there. We can never get on your bad side.
Moving on. Let's go to John.
How much taller is John going to be than his dig?
No!
Here we go. Yeah.
What's the blue? Why are you doing the blue steel? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Where's the tie? You can't class it up with a tie?
I'm wearing a tie. I'm wearing a tie, dude.
It's gray. It's like silver. You can see it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Just a weird angle.
Is that a home phone on the wall too? God, it's old school.
It's a
Oh, God.
It's like one of those dial things. You like,
Look at that thing.
Yeah,
This
hit my
is-
line at home.
This is 2000, 1 or 2 or something. 2002, I'm guessing. Yeah. Wow. You know what? It's actually not as bad as I thought.
No,
My hair
yeah,
was
like-
kind of smooth. So,
I
putting on-
need this on my phone.
You go with the Lloyd Christmas cut since back then, huh?
what is that called, Blair?
The comb down.
That they
Crochet?
Oh, the
Shay?
corsage.
No, the girls corsage. Yes,
Corsage. Yeah.
Yeah. So just class.
Class,
Hey, your
yeah.
watch game was on point too. Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
right.
had a watch. Like my shirt, my undershirt seems to be properly fitted, like with the jacket.
Your hand is as big as her arm. Look at how
Yes,
life looks so
I have hands, yeah.
It looks so big.
Was this after your growth spurt? Because you've said that it took you a while to actually get as tall as you are.
Yeah.
Was this?
So this, in my mind, is like right in like I probably grew an inch that night. I was like
How
17.
short were the pants there?
No, because I think I rented it. I think it was not like properly fitted. I think they were long, and I can't really remember, but yeah. You know what? Not as bad as I thought, Blair.
I love that for you. Low expectations are an amazing thing.
Yes. I thought my hair is kind of on point there.
Did Sam drive the Volkswagen van to his prom?
No, it took like the big like limo. Fun fact, my prom date just moved down the street from us. My wife and my prom date are actually friends. They're like play dates with little kids. It's like crazy weird tension in the house sometimes when there's crossover.
All right, let's get me off the screen. Move on to Sam.
That was amazing.
Hopefully you saved the best for last.
I cannot wait for this YouTube episode.
Oh,
Look at that backdrop.
yeah. What is that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You look so weird in that photo for some reason, Sam.
Yeah, what the hell?
What is going on? Like, I don't know.
Sam's just weird.
It doesn't look like you.
I look like I'm 16.
Yeah.
But yeah, Megan,
I guess you do.
her and her husband live right down the street. I hang out.
That's great.
That's great.
I know.
Yeah.
Look, got the corsage that we called it,
Yep.
Blair.
That's what we just talked about. Yeah, the corsage and the boutonniere for the guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's like the picture looks all grainy.
I mean, it's from 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from a while ago.
Hey, look at
That
background.
mop on your head is just doing something for me.
The hair was out of control.
Oh, man, this is beautiful.
When I first saw it, though, I thought this is the look of a guy who will one day be on Millionaire Matchmaker.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, everyone's thinking that.
You look like you're in like Gotham City or something. Like,
It's like, I didn't pick the theme.
There's something wrong. There's something weird about it, right? I can't like.
There's smoke coming out of the grate on the ground.
Yeah, everyone else had a normal background. I took my own background to the photographer guy. And hey, here's a big billboard on my back of my car.
It's tough to look at old photos.
Izzy just put the craziest thing in the group chat that we can't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably the last of sort of a generation type thing because so few junior tennis players now actually go to normal school where they would go to a prom.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you guys go to homecoming, prom, senior ball? We had a lot of dances. I feel like at my school at least.
Yeah, we had 2 or 3, I think. Something like that.
But you're right, Blair. All of us went to normal high school, which is
Rare.
atypical for 4 players that went on to have good pro
I
careers.
want to be in the group chat. What did I miss?
No. Yeah.
That's-
I just making fun of Sam.
Once we
Trust
get
me. Trust me. We're
Once we
making fun
get
of
the giggles,
Sam.
Blair, it's over. It's bad.
Oh, man.
This is why Charlie and his team have to work so hard to get all of our stupidness out of a show.
The editing
gosh.
is very impressive. Oh my gosh. So next time I come, guys, we'll do the nothing major post-match interview power rankings. So be ready.
Blair, come on anytime with photos like that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Blair.
Oh, that was amazing.
Thank you, Blair.
thank you so much,
All
Blair.
right, bye.
Thank you. See ya.
Guys, oh my god. I'm like actually crying.
Oh, God. I knew it came to me. It came to me like what you look like.
God, it came to you too quick.
It's horrible. I agree. It's horrible.
How hard is it to look at like old photos like that of yourself? It's so
Oh,
it's like
it's so
crazy.
tough.
Worse, dude. Honestly, I thought mine was going to be way worse.
Yours is probably the best. Because John's was like a kind of a fun, candid one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sam,
Exactly.
Sam's and I are just like at prom.
Stevie, I think yours is the worst.
Oh, so bad. Dude. Why do you think I have a beard, dude? How fat was I?
You were massive, dude. I didn't think yours would be the worst, Stevie. But like, I honestly think mine was second best. We knew Jackson was going to be the smoothest.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost put Izzer's as the best because you got like a fun photo.
Yeah, you have like the fun face, the blue steel. Stevie looked like he was working at like the local Quicksilver surf shop.
Oh man. Okay.
The 3 group.
All right. Madrid has played at the Caja Magica. I probably mispronounced that.
No,
What do
I'm sure
you
you got
think
that right.
of the Madrid tournament, the site, the stadiums, the fans, everything about it, the city of Madrid Did you enjoy playing in Madrid? Or I guess not enjoy playing there. Did you enjoy your time in Madrid? Sam, I want to start with you with your Madrid experiences and how the temperature you have for that tournament.
Temperature's low. I can never like get my bearings in Madrid. Like the city, I never really knew where to go to dinner. The site was always pretty like sterile. I never played well there. Never had like a confident feeling going into the event. It was just like there was something about it that like didn't feel like a tennis tournament. It kind of felt like one of those indoor tournaments at the end of the year that's played like in a convention hall. It almost felt like that on like the outside, like in an outside venue. You know, there was parts of it that were cool with like the Caja Magica, like the architecture of it, but it just didn't sit right with me. Like visually, and I never played great there, made like 1/3 round, but mostly like the city of Madrid. I never knew what to do there. Like every other city, I had like restaurants that I like to go to or things I like to do. I to this day, I don't know what to do in Madrid when I'm there. And it's like I needed Rafa or like Feliciano Lopez to be like a little tour guide for me for an hour to like tell me where to go. Cause I just like never knew what to do.
I can't agree more with that either. I feel like that was one where I was happy to like try to make like 3rd round and feel like I accomplished something while being there, but felt the exact same. I think I would eat dinner probably at the hotel most nights. The court feel, I feel like it was a lot of walking too, from like going all the way up to the locker room. And then like if you go into the outer courts and like, I don't know, just a lot of, it was fairly spaced out at times. And then the gym was honestly pretty ratchet. It was okay. And it was just it was a weird feel there at times. Probably why I never did well, but I do wish I had gone to a Real Madrid game one time while being there, just to experience that. But that's about it.
Yeah, Madrid was one of those weird ones for me. I actually liked playing there. My results have no bearing on that feeling because I lost. I think I maybe won one match there in my career, but like the courts itself were good I enjoyed them. There was the altitude, the ball flew. You can kind of hit through guys. It was a faster thing, but with Sam on that, like Madrid I just didn't like the city at all. Like there was no bearings of where to go, where to do dinner. I am very much an old soul. So when these restaurants, you're like banging on the doors at 8:30, 8:45 at night to like open their doors so you can sit and have dinner was like brutal. So you would sit down at dinners at 9:15, 9:30, and they were confused while you were actually there that early. And like usually like that's way past bedtime, dinner time for me. So Madrid just it was very sterile there on site for the most part. So that was just, the ambiance of the tournament was never sat well with me, but I actually enjoyed the courts and playing there. So, my feelings of that never matched my results, but
I agree with you guys on Madrid. It's like so sterile, just like so much metal there. It's just like metal everywhere. I think Andy Roddick coined it like the big Chipotle. He called that site. It looked like it's just like a massive like Chipotle, and that's actually very, very accurate. I played well there because I love the conditions, but I didn't love the site. I didn't like the drive to the site from the city. That was very long in like a tiny, tiny car all the time. The hotels weren't great. The Ace Cusco hotel. Like remember early on, you got to get they give you like a card you have to scratch off for a wireless code.
It lasts for like 8 hours.
That's right. It was so bad. It was so slow. And the food was okay, but like we get the same thing every day. Get the chicken wok every day, and they always had the video, this massive screen in the player dining area, and they would repeat. God, I'm like pitting out. Look at that. Yeah, nice. They would repeat the same video for like 7, 8, 9 days in a row. Just after a while, you're like, I'm so sick of this video. Like, change it up. They never would. Stevie mentioned as far as ambiance goes, I don't think it takes the it's the best in that department. So anyways, but it's a great city also, but like again, I just didn't have. I'm with you, Sam. I didn't really know what to do in that city.
If that tournament would have stayed, remember the one year it was the blue clay. If they would have kept it blue clay, and you would have asked me that question, I think I would have had a completely different opinion of the tournament. I would have said, this tournament is awesome. It's unique. It stands out. I love the blue clay, but they got rid of that after 1 year. So, yeah, I still don't like it.
The blue clay was such a good idea.
Such a good idea.
Apparently they botched the composition of the clay and it was too slippery. I played it and it was too slippery. It was like an ice rink out there. But visually, I just think they should have stuck with it. I thought the blue clay was
great.
awesome.
Yeah,
it looked great. It looked so cool, so different on TV. Federer won it that year, which was really, really good for the tournament. But I love the blue clay. Do you guys have any funny experiences from Madrid at all? Like in your playing days, anything like that? No,
nothing funny.
I played David Ferrer in a second night match, so it's like like second after 8 or something. So like I get a car let's say at 4:30 from the hotel, and I'm to this day convinced that the guy took the most ridiculous route to get me to, and it took like an hour and a half to get there. And I get out of this little sedan. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. I was playing great and everything, but I'm playing them on center court and the women's match before me ends. And they're like, oh, you're going to be on in 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's a long break. And I'm watching the live screen of the match in the locker room, and like 20 workers come out there, and they just start dumping clay on the court to make it as slow as they possibly could and start hosing it down with water. And I was completely screwed from that point forward because I played David Ferrer. I was like number 4 in the world, Ferrer, right in the height of his powers. And I just will always remember that, like getting out of that car ride and like was like about to vomit. I was so car sick. It took 2 hours to get there, and then playing on this slow court, which I thought was going to be fast.
They did the same thing to me when I was playing Rafa, which was going to make no difference. He could have played me on anything. It's ridiculous because I remember sitting over in like the other side locker room across that little water. I'm like, guys, like another wheelbarrow of clay is not going to make a difference. He's going to win.
Not.
You guys are good. Like do whatever you guys need to do, but you could take clay off. You could put clay on. We could go play on the back courts. Doesn't matter. He's going to win. Like there's no need to slow it down for him today. Maybe tomorrow, but today, not an issue.
Stevie and I had a doubles match there one year. Do you remember who we played? We won like 16-14 at like 1 a.m., but it was like amazing.
Do you remember how we got out there?
No.
So we were the first alternates, and John was supposed to play doubles with Verdasco, and John maybe won his third round match or something like that. And we were John comes off the court. He's like, oh, what are you guys doing waiting around? We're like, well, we're the first doubles alternate. Like, we're either going to sit here or sit at the hotel, right? And then John's like, oh, like, guys, like, if I pull out, like, I want, like, obviously he's joking. He's like, I want some of the prize money. We're like, so we called his bluff. We're like, okay, we'll just leave. Like, you go out there and play. And then like 5 minutes later, he goes, actually, I don't want to go out there and play. So then he pulls out. So we go out there and we play Cuevas and maybe Marrero.
Oh, yeah.
Sam, but like,
they were good.
David Marrero.
It was unbelievable. We had this third set tiebreaker. Like Sam said, I think it was like 16-14 or something like that. Every point was insane. Like reflex volleys, winners, crazy gets, chairs coming out to check the marks. And our strength and conditioning coach, Rodney Marshall Rocket, was the only person in the stands, basically. Like it was unbelievable, the level of tennis that no one will ever have seen again.
Isner and I had one against the Bryan brothers there. We had match point.
Oh, dude.
We had match point and lost a 50-ball rally.
We had match point on Sam's serve on one of those kind of covered courts. It wasn't center court. And I'm going to say he's either 9-8 in the tiebreaker or 10-9. But we're serving. Sam's serving to Mike. And I'm just like, please make a first serve. Because, so fast. First serve, the point's probably over. He misses the first. I'm like, dang it. So Sam kind of rolls in the second serve. And Mike, and so Sam and Mike, how many balls do you think that cross court rally was? Like legitimately?
Legitimately 30.
Yeah, 30.
Like a soft
30, and
pushing 30.
And you can imagine me on the ad side. I am just painted at the doubles. I'm just hoping he doesn't hit a ball to me.
Basically, it was off or what?
No shot. I'm crossing on the back end volley. And anyway, Mike ends up winning the point, like winning the rally. Hits a deep one, and he took a weird bounce on you. Remember, he like crumbled to the court because he was so tired afterwards.
Yes.
So I think it was 9-8 because I think we switched sides afterwards, and we lost.
I remember mid-rally looking over at David McPherson, who was coaching. I could see how nervous he was. He hit a forehand, see back.
Wiggling. Yeah. That was that was in the semifinals. That was like a huge match. Yeah. So, good point, Sam. I've forgotten about that. But Madrid, I guess the overall feeling is we don't really love the site there, but it's a great tournament. The fans are awesome. And I also I don't know about you guys. Like, we can talk about this a little bit. Like, I don't love this new 12-day format of Madrid. It was so much better when it was concise. Like, how good was Monte Carlo to be able to follow? Like, Sunday to Sunday, boom, quick, in and out. I don't know. What do you guys think about the 12-day format in Madrid? I think as a fan goes, it's really, really hard to follow. Jack, what do you think?
Yeah, obviously I never experienced playing one like that, but I think it'd be pretty annoying as a player and a little bit frustrating to have that many days off. You're already over in Europe for a long time if you're either an American or from, outside of Europe. But yeah, not a fan of it following as well.
But I would love to know like how the European fans feel about Indian Wells, Miami. Do they feel the same way about how we feel about these like extended Madrid, Rome 10-day events? I would assume so.
Yeah,
that's a good point. But like, as far as like, as much as like Indian Wells and Miami have always been those 10-day tournaments,
right? Yeah.
So now they're all that long. It's just too hard to follow. I mean,
as a fan watching, it's the worst.
Pretty certain the reason is like, it's more days, it's more TV revenue, more tickets, all that stuff. But as a fan, it seems like there's just so many days off. It's hard to follow. Like, the top seeds have a bye, then they play, they win, they have a day off. And then they play again, they win, they have another day off. And then, as you mentioned, like you're on day 20 of Madrid and Rome, the back-to-backs. It's like so hard to follow. You got to be like exhausted as a tennis fan. So I don't love it. I understand why they're doing it. It's more revenue for the tournaments. I don't think it's a good thing for the players. Really, that's my opinion. So
same. I think we're all in agreement.
All right. So I mentioned the intro. We were going to talk in our opinions, overrated, underrated, and properly rated tourist attractions in Europe, where the ATP and WTA have tournaments. So we can't just choose any other sites, places that we've been to that don't have tournaments. So I think this can be a pretty fun segment. I'm sure Sam did his homework on this. So Sam, I want you to release your 3, overrated first, then go with underrated, and then go with properly rated tourist attractions in Europe that you have been to before.
The most underrated tourist attraction in Europe is the catacombs in Paris, France. I don't know if you guys been those. It's like the underground tunnel, but it's like all these like dead bodies. The history, I don't know as much as I should, but it's like a 1 mile underground walking tour. If you're over 6'2", it's brutal because you got to like hunch a little bit. Underrated. It is unbelievable. Overrated. I'm going with the Colosseum in Rome. Overrated, Colosseum in Rome. And then properly rated, I'm going like Cannes in France. We used to have a tournament in Nice. I'm going to go like the city of Cannes, I guess, where the film festival is. I thought it was like really cool and a nice little day trip, fun place to go. So Catacombs underrated, Colosseum overrated, Cannes properly rated. Stevie, what you didn't like my Colosseum?
No, I don't. That was my underrated. The Colosseum I loved it. It's awesome. The history that has gone in there, the craziness that, when you get in there and you imagine what has happened in there over the course of the last thousands of years, like, it's insane.
It's a bunch of decrepit rocks. You can't even go to the cool parts on the bottom of it.
Yeah, but but it's, dude, just being there, like imagining like what it was like when these people were there. It's unbelievable. So that's underrated for sure in my book. And the overrated is the Louvre, no doubt. You want to go see like a 2x3 inch painting of the Mona Lisa, and fight people to get there? No, thank you. Just look at it online. It's the same thing. And then I don't know, properly rated. I don't know. I was just going to say the Eiffel Tower because I don't know. It's just there. It's just there. It's fun to go up, but if you don't go up there, it's not that big of a deal. But it's cool. It's just kind of there. But I couldn't disagree more on your Colosseum take.
Is there a more overrated art piece than the Mona Lisa?
No.
I don't think there is. I think it's the most overrated art piece in the entire world.
Yeah, it's like this big. It's tiny.
Yeah, it's really not that cool.
It's just tough.
There's 1,000 people by it always. You can't even see it.
All right, Jack, let's hear it.
This is not frustrating, but it's because I love stirring the pot, having different opinions. I am 100% in agreement with all 3 of Stevie's picks. We're going to be my exact 3 picks. I think the Colosseum is incredibly underrated. Like he said, with everything that's gone on there, it was just insane to just stand there and just see it and experience it. I think the Louvre, does nothing for me whatsoever. And I think the Eiffel Tower is, even though it's like super busy and it's whatever, it can be annoying at times, all the tourists, but it's like seeing it. And I feel like every year you still take a picture of it every year when we drive by. I know one year, I think it was 10 years ago, the French Open, the player party was in the Eiffel Tower. Which
I remember
really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
And they had like the big tennis ball like hanging down. You're up there having food and talking and mingling with people while in the middle of the Eiffel Tower. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, I love to have differing opinions on here, but I just couldn't agree with Stevie more on this. So
Thank you.
Have you ever taken the steps up the Eiffel Tower?
No.
Walked it?
I know
did
you
that
can.
once. I did it.
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Took
I mean,
the
I don't know. It was
elevator.
like one of those tourist days. You had 10 hours to kill and take the steps up.
That seems
Can
unlike
I-
you to exercise on
can
your
I-
day off.
Yeah.
Can I give something on my list that's like outside of Paris? Does that count?
Oh,
Okay.
I know what you're
All
going to
right, fair enough.
say.
Yeah, of course. So,
Yeah. It's and this is the only thing I want to do in Europe if I ever go back, by the way. Thank you.
Okay. So, all right. The most overrated tourist attraction is the Trevi Fountain. So bad in Rome.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. That or the Spanish Steps, both bad.
I had Spanish steps on my
Yeah.
list.
How do we get like the Trevi Fountain? You get there and you're just like,
What are you going to throw a
I
euro
don't-
in there and not get any luck out of it? I mean, makes no sense.
Yeah. I just like, I'm not a Trevi Fountain guy. Like Sam, you and I, like we've been there. I think we tried it like 3 times. We gave it like just together. Like you and I walked in, like we're just gonna give this another chance. It'll be cool. And we go in there, like, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't really get it. I think underrated.
We did the Vatican together, right, John? Is that what we did?
Vatican's incredible. We did do that. Yes. And it I thought about making my list as the properly rated, because like everyone knows it's incredible and it's properly rated, but it didn't. What was I gonna say? Underrated. I think it's maybe not one of the most popular places here, but I think just the city of Vienna. Don't y'all love Vienna? Like
I
playing that
love
tournament?
Vienna.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that last night, and then I was like, well, I don't know what's the
Well,
attraction
like there's
in
like
Vienna.
St.
I love it.
Peter's
I love
Church
Vienna.
in Vienna. Like I went there.
Clay swing. Come on.
You're right. It's the clay swing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Save that for
such a moron.
nobody will remember
Because
when
I
it
had
gets
a
October.
city. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the clay swing tourist attractions. I just so bad at my own game. Okay, but I'm gonna give my properly rated, and it's outside of Paris, is the American Cemetery in Normandy, because Stevie knew I was gonna say that. I was able to go there one time.
There's no tournament there. So you
I know,
picked
but I
Vienna
said-
where there's no tournament, and
No,
you picked
that's-
Normandy
no, no,
where
no.
there's no tournament.
I said outside of Paris. I asked if I could do outside of Paris.
He
you
drove
said
there.
okay.
That's like way outside of
He
Paris.
drove there.
I drove there and back.
That's not like 25 minutes outside of Paris.
I'm just
with
saying.
you.
I
All right,
asked
all
if
right,
I could do
whatever.
it. Thank you, Stevie.
Who did you
Thank
ask?
you. I asked you guys. I said, can I do outside of Paris?
It's not like we have a boss.
So don't knock me when I get my outside of Paris.
I thought you meant outside of Paris, like right outside, just like Wimbledon's right outside of London. It's ridiculous.
Continue, John. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. And then, all right, here we go. I go with underrated. I will go with the city of Geneva. It's crazy expensive, but it's very, very quiet and nothing's hectic about that city. So I can see why Fed really likes it. We played that tournament before, the week before the French Open. So Geneva is fantastic. There you have it. And I'm going to use Normandy, Sam. I'm allowed to
I don't
do
even
that.
know what your picks were still. There's so
Yeah,
much
I still don't know what
confusion.
you just picked Geneva.
He said overrated it was Trevi Fountain, underrated was Normandy, and properly rated was Geneva. Guys, you got to do
It's
some
the city of
listening here.
Geneva. Yeah, the city of Geneva.
I
What's
tried.
the attraction
Trevi
in
Fountain.
Geneva?
The big waterfall thing.
The geyser?
It's outside of the hotel.
Yeah, right in the center of the,
That's not why anyone goes to Geneva.
yeah, it's like
I
it's
feel
not
like you can't give it. You're just giving cities.
No, I'm not giving cities. I gave one city.
You gave one fountain and 2 cities. That's what you did. It was tourist attraction segment.
I'm with John on this one, okay?
Thank you, Stevie. Backing me up for once.
I have no idea what you just said, but I'm going to sign off.
All right,
All
Jack's
right,
got to go,
you're
but I'm
outta
going to
here,
continue
Jack.
my
All
rant. Sam always says that, things are confusing. Have you ever heard him speak on this podcast? Like when you listen to it back, he changes the rules to every game, to every argument. It's incredible.
It's not even a little bit true.
That like he has an issue with one of us changing the rules to things, or like says this, but every time he starts a game or a segment, he just continues to maneuver and manipulate the rules until he gets to where he needs to be. Am I wrong on that?
You're
Listen,
wrong.
Sometimes I like, but I will get Finn Sam a little bit. I was kind of all over the map there. I was just thinking, I said clay court swings, and then I chose Vienna, which is in the
Geneva.
fall. That was bad. Yeah, that was bad.
I'm with you. Like, I actually love Vienna and Geneva, but the specific reason I go to those cities, can't give you that.
The Trevi Fountain is extremely overrated. We can all agree on that.
Yes.
Yep.
Most things in Rome, I don't have an appreciation for history. So like Rome, I don't have an appreciation for the things I see.
That checks out.
Yeah.
It does check out.
No, I think as cities go, I prefer Paris over Rome. That's my
Same.
personal opinion. Yeah.
Same.
All right, we're going to wrap this Friday show here with some fan submissions. Apologies to all the listeners with my horrible tourist attraction takes. And this question is primarily directed towards Stevie. And the question is, I'm a USTA 4.0 player. I mainly play singles, and I win approximately 50% of my matches. If I played Stevie in a match where he was not allowed to hit forehands, it could only hit topspin backhands, how many points would I win? I think I would win a few points in the first few games before Stevie figures it out. So Stevie, how many points would a 4-0, 500, winning percentage player win against you if you could not hit forehands or slice backhands?
The answer is 0. I mean, these guys don't realize, like, look, I, for lack of better terms, on my backhand quite frequently, as I'm sure everyone has heard. But my backhand is still better than 99.9% of the population on planet Earth. Just because I didn't use it doesn't mean it's not good. I worked on it all day, every day, and I would win every point against you, Naveen. A 4-0 in a cross-court game. If I couldn't hit forehands, I'm winning every point. If you're only winning 50% of your matches at that level, I'm taking you down all day long. No doubt
You're just
about
going to camp in that forehand corner and just grind
That's
up
what I mean,
the
but
two-hander.
like, how's that going to work? I have to hit some forehands. I'm not going to run around my
Well,
forehand.
he says you can. If he goes to your forehand, then you lose the point. That's the whole point of this, though.
You can't hit forehands.
That's what it is.
4.0 is not that good.
Yeah, but like if I have to run around and hit backhands,
he could win points.
Yeah, you're gonna win some points. If that's the parameters, like if you hit one over there and I can't move, if everything came to my backhand, topspin only, like that 2/3 of the court, I'm winning every point.
He's going to win points. If he just hits every ball like as hard as he can, some are just going to be like to your forehand. You're going to like struggle to get over.
If it goes to your forehand, the point's over.
Yeah, the point's over.
If it's like 2/3, like if I'm not Benoit Paire, I'm not running around to like the fence to hit a backhand.
But that's why he posed the question.
Yeah,
that's the point of the
wrong.
question.
He's wrong.
The question.
What is he wrong about?
He's just wrong.
But what is he? But he's not. He just asked a question.
I'm pulling a Sam
what's
here.
he wrong? What's he wrong about?
Dude, he's winning 50% of his matches at 4-0.
I know, but what is he wrong about? He asked you a question.
Yeah, and I'm going to win every point. I will die out there until I will not lose a point. But
the point is, if the ball just gets directed to your forehand one time and you can't run around it, it's his point. You lose the point.
I'll get around it.
Okay,
I'll get around it.
Right.
Give me something on the line. I'll get around it.
I'd pay money to watch this and bet on Naveen to win like 5 points against you in a set.
Although I do think at a certain point I would get hurt. So yeah, he wins some points. Yeah, after like 15 minutes, I probably end up like Sam and get hurt. So actually,
okay. So now you're changing your tune.
After like 30 minutes, he's going to win a couple points. Yeah,
you're all over the map there.
I'm very confident in the early goings, but if we play like 15 or more minutes, I'm for sure pulling a Sam and getting hurt. Actually, now that I think about it.
All right. Next and last question is from Alejandro. And this is a really, really good question, actually. And it's quite simply, it's very short. Like, Sam, it's what you asked for last week. It's a very short and concise question here. It says, can you guys explain what qualities / attributes make a great clay court player? Sam, what do you think? What qualities and attributes make a great clay court player?
I think number one is the movement. Like your movement and balance on the surface. Can you slide? Do you have like an understanding of like how to engage your core into shooting certain shots, sliding backwards, sliding forwards? So movement, number one. Number two, I would say like point construction. I think a lot of times on the clay, like what makes a good clay quarter is like knowing where to hit the ball every time to like give yourself more time. And then I don't know, I'm rambling at this point. That's what I think. Someone else.
Stevie,
I'm not even that good on clay.
The only thing that I have, I mean, this is outside of Rafa. If your last name has two names, if you have a hyphen in it, very good on clay.
What do you think, John?
Yeah, I'm going to echo your sentiment, Sam. It starts with movement, being able to get out of the corners like equally as well on the forehand side and the backhand side. Look at the great movers. They can slide. That open stance backhand slide is such a weapon on the clay court. All the greatest clay court players can do it. You think of Alcaraz right now and Sinner right now, how they can slide out to that backhand side in particular, something that like, well, Sam, you could slide to your backhand side.
That's the only thing Sam was good at was sliding out to his backhand.
I know. Like Stevie and I, we couldn't slide to our backhand side really to hit an open stance.
I couldn't
like,
slide with
backhand.
my left foot.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't slide with my left foot either. So I think that's a massive weapon. And just like point construction. After Sam, you said that, and I think also on top of that is just like to have a tenacity and a good just mental whereabouts to know that. For most players, like you're gonna absolutely just love to grind out there on the clay. Points, not many points are going to be free. Like obviously, for me, it's different, but for most players, they're getting a serve and they're grinding, and they got to just absolutely love to complete. So obviously, Rafa is the greatest there ever will be on clay. I mean, he's got everything. His movement's incredible. The point construction's incredible, and he's got a tenacity on the court that just made him the best. So you got to really, really love to compete. To be an excellent clay court player.
Yeah, well said.
Okay, that's it, everyone, for this Friday episode of Nothing Major. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. We've had a lot of fun doing this, so continue to check us out wherever you get your podcasts and audio, whatever it all is. Watch us on YouTube. We really appreciate everything. And that's it. We'll catch you next time.